Rock bottom on the track, boy.
What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning into the Mind of a Man show, where men and women talk all things men. My name is James Bush, and I am your MANVERSATIONist. Today, we got a great guest, Mr. Ty Garth. Special, man, because he's alumni. F-U, F-U, F-U. Ty, welcome to the show.
Man, appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Man, it's pleasure to have you. Man, he's a repeat offender to this process, so he was on me with my first season, and we got to see what the great work he has going on. So on today's show, we're going to cover his program. He's a mentor, prestigious Honor Hawkins Award winner of 2022, man. Congratulations on
Appreciate
that.
it.
I got to shout my brother out. I got to shout my brother out on that. But on this show, today we're going to talk about the community projects that you're a part of. Also, his unique take on what to do about kids who are in out-of-school suspension. But first, it's game time. So Ty, we got game time. 5 questions on topics you may or may not know.
Okay.
All
Right.
You get them all right? Mind of a Man show swag. If not, I shall be abrasive to you for any other show.
Okay.
You good with that, bro?
Let's go.
I know we're alumni, man, but hey.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Question number 1. In which continent would you find the Amazon River? F-U, come on.
I'll come back to it.
Ty, you can't come back to this, man.
Oh, well. Yeah, Amazon River.
Come on, guess. Give me a guess, bro.
Pass. Pass.
No swag for you. All right, question number 2. Question number 2. It was South America, by the way.
I was going to say that.
Oh, there we go. What 3-word phrase is written on Martin Luther King's gravestone? I know you know this.
What, I have a dream?
Well, I can see where you got that from, but it's free at last.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
That was close enough.
Close enough. That's close enough.
Okay.
This third question, man. I know you a hooper. You got to get this one. All right.
All right.
The Chicago Bulls take the court to Sirius, an instrumental track by what progressive rock band? And I know you know this one.
The Chicago Bulls. I know it. I don't know.
It's the Alan Parsons Project. From North Carolina, 6'6", Michael, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Bill Carter, that kind of thing. There you go. That's where it went. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool. All right.
I'm losing bad.
Hey, no, we're not going to talk about that. Alumni, we're not going to talk about that. Question number 4. What is the largest island in the Caribbean?
I've never been. But I should know it. Why would I know it if I've never been?
Let's get that a question. Okay, let's X that out. I know you know this. Another basketball question, bro. I know you know this, man. And I know you know this. The Naismith Award is an award given in what field?
college basketball.
Yeah, there we go. He got it. College
You
basketball.
can ask me sports questions all day, man.
I did ask you a sports question.
You asked me the song that the Bulls came out to.
That's a bad song.
I wasn't worried about the song. I'm focused.
How many years we've been watching that, man? I mean, that's
I
one of
get
the
it,
golden
but-
years. I mean, 6 champions. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a small break and we'll be right back. We about to go listen to this on break. Mind of a Man podcast. And we're back with Mind of a Man show. All right, so Ty, let's get into the gauntlet. Here's the $1 million question I wanted to throw at you when I was up there and I was reviewing for our show today. And I know you're into mentoring and you've got a lot of great programs. You've been doing it for a long period of time, bro, and I'm proud of you on that one.
Appreciate it.
So how do we prepare, the question I have is how do we prepare our young men for success given the various challenges that they do face?
It takes men.
Takes men.
The black men, we have to be present. And I do understand that a lot of these kids deal with different situations.
Okay.
Like a father could be incarcerated
Right.
or dead, right? But that you may have a big brother, you may have an uncle, a cousin, somebody. But as black men, we have to be present at all times because we have to show them what success looked like, first of all. And for our community, a lot of kids base success off of money, being famous, or you have to be some sort of celebrity or whatever. But ultimately, it's about just having that right man in their life to show them like, hey, I made it out of that same situation. I always use myself as an example.
Okay.
I grew up in a single parent home. My father wasn't around, but I had my brothers, I had my cousins, I had my uncles. And for me, and coaches, because I played sports.
Right.
So I have I tell my son every day, like, I'm a success story. You know, the environment that I came from, I made it out. First to graduate from college in my entire family, first man, the male to graduate from college in my entire family. And that's a success right there in itself. You know, all the struggles that we face every single day, and I was still able to make it through, you know, all of those trials and tribulations. So for the youth now, we have to show them that success isn't just based off of fame and fortune or social media likes or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we have to be the blueprint, men, and us being present is the blueprint. We set that foundation. You've never seen a house built from the roof down.
Right.
It's always built from the foundation up. So that's how we have to be.
You make an interesting point, but it's like in this social media generation today, how do we help, I don't know, entice young people that we've been through it, we lived it, we know what we're talking about, you know, that the celebrity, the money, the fame, all the other kind of stuff, that's cool, but we got something that is solid, something that you can go and help build communities. How do we deliver that message to them to where they will listen?
Well, we got to make being educated, make giving back, make genuinely loving and caring cool.
Right.
Because for them, it's the cars, it's all the stuff that they see that they glamorize on social media and in these movies and videos. So we gotta let the kids know that it's cool to be a mentor. It's cool to be a teacher. It's cool to be a police officer or fireman and stuff like that. That's all the stuff that they try to say that now that's the whole thing. Nobody likes the police, right? So when I was growing up, when the teacher used to ask us in elementary school or middle school, what is it that we wanted to be, you see 5 or 6 people say,
Yeah.
I want to be a police officer.
Yeah, yeah.
But nowadays, you don't see no kids saying that. And the problem is because we teach our kids in our community that being a police officer is something bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And we just got to get, you know, like I said, men have to be present.
Yeah.
And that foundation have to be set. Success is based off of persevering through trials and tribulation. That's a successful person. Anybody that's been through something, was going through something but get through it,
Yeah.
that's a success.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
It don't take money to get through a storm.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the mindset that we have right now.
Okay. Before we go to our quick break, you have this great program or this great thing you do where you help clean up the community and beautify the area. Like I just was it one Saturday a month or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me what the effects have been on young children.
Well, I take a group of kids that's in the program.
Yeah.
And we go to their neighborhoods and they clean up.
Okay.
So if you someone who live in that community and you see the kids from that community
Yeah.
walking around picking up trash, you're an adult,
Right.
but you see the youth walking around picking up trash, cleaning up the neighborhood, that makes you want to go out and keep your neighborhood, you know,
Right.
looking good, right?
That's right.
My grandmother used to always say, just because we live in the projects doesn't mean we have to live like we're a project.
Right.
So I remember growing up and seeing the elders sweeping the sidewalks and picking up cans or anything that was left out from where we trashed as little kids.
Right, right.
So now it's just like, if we get the kids to go out and do it,
Yeah.
then maybe the adults will fall in line. Be like, man, you know, be inspired by the kids.
Definitely. That's dope, man.
So-
I like that. I like that. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Mind of a Man Show. And we're back with Mind of a Man Show. So, Ty, I wanted to talk a little bit more about that beautification project and how you tie it into your in-school services as well.
Okay. Well, back in the day, you had ISS, in-school suspension.
That's right.
When we came up with this program, for us, saying suspension, it makes the kid feel like, oh, you done did something horrible.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
you're the worst kid.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of you.
Yeah.
So for us, it was, well, you're gonna be punished for your behavior,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be in a way that you can also learn from.
That's right.
Because a lot of kids won't learn from in-school suspension because most of them will be putting their head down and not doing the work that they have to complete throughout their day.
Right.
So we added this program in school services,
Yeah.
where they're doing work around the school, whether it's helping another teacher or it's doing some sort of cleanup.
Right.
And depending on what the behavior was,
Right.
is how we base the service off of.
Right.
Because, for example, we had a kid that may be in the bathroom doing graffiti. So you already know what his punishment is going to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
His service, let me not say punishment, his service is going to be cleaning those walls.
Right.
You know, you can't destroy something that you're going to be up in the building every single day. Why are you going to damage basically the place where you learning to be a better person? We can't have you destroy that.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's like accountability? Is that you guys were teaching?
definitely holding them accountable
Okay.
for their actions and
Yeah.
everything that they have going on. We also have where instead of write-offs, you're gonna a reflection, and with that reflection, you got to meet with that teacher whose classroom you disrupted, and y'all gonna have a conversation.
Wow.
You know, again, it's holding them accountable for their actions and what they had going on that day. But it's also teaching them to be, again, just middle school is the most impressionable age.
That's right.
Right? You in the middle school age, we're preparing you to transition to high school.
Right.
Where you can be influenced by so many other people.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, we have to prepare you all for that next step.
True. True.
And to be able to go, hold yourself accountable to speak one-on-one with a teacher, a principal, or any administration, that just shows growth.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to instill in them.
So real quick, you had someone telling me something in the green room about the out of school suspension as well too that you work with.
Yeah. So when we do, when the kid has got to a point where they too far from the in school services,
Right.
and they have to take that day or two,
Right.
the parents can sign that youth up for 2 days of service learning work. We partner with churches and other nonprofit organizations that can use those kids during those 2 days that they're out.
Okay.
And the great part about it is a lot of those service hours can go towards service hours they need to get into college.
Nice.
So that's one of the upsides of it. You know, the downside of it is they don't want to do it. So it is what it is.
Well, I think the great thing about what you're doing is that the research has shown and studies have shown, you can look at some of the work of Tia Martinez and the school to prison pipeline. What they found is when kids are outside of the classroom, they're more than likely have a high propensity to find themselves with felonies on their records at a young age and even beyond that. So you have programs such as Ali Life Youth Program that they are somewhat filling in the gap to kind of keep these kids accountable and fill in the gap to also be present with them to guidance, direction, when they could be out roaming the streets, getting into trouble at malls or doing things that they're not supposed to. So kudos to you. Big ups to y'all.
Because being at home, you know, when they at home, they want to be at home.
Yeah.
That's a day off. They can play the video games,
Yeah.
or like you said, get into more trouble.
That's right.
We're not going to set our youth up for failure, especially for our culture. It's important. Like I said, men, it's the foundation. In order to guide these
That's right.
young men. So that's the reason why we're dedicated to it.
Most definitely,
We're
man.
dedicated.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Mind of a Man Show. And we're back with Mind of a Man Show. So Ty, tell my audience, where can they reach you? Where can they find you to find out more information about that great program?
You can log into alilifeyouthprogram.org. You can catch us on all social media platforms. Instagram is Ali Life Youth Program. Facebook is Ali Life Youth Program. And Twitter, anywhere, Ali Life Youth Program.
That's what's up.
So go ahead, log into the website. You can pick up Ali apparel. We have that. We have a shop online that you can purchase the Ali Life gear. Support the brand. All the proceeds go towards the foundation and what we do with the youth. You know, we do our turkey drive every year. We just gave away 120 turkeys. This year, we did a backpack drive. We getting ready for 2023, which we're gonna have our annual kickball drive.
Okay.
So, and we did the breast cancer awareness balloon release with Fish University women's basketball team.
Okay.
And the gymnastics team.
Nice.
So that was a great thing.
Man, I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate
You're doing your thing
Thank
like
you.
that.
Thank you.
Ali Life. It's Mr. Ty Golf right here. What's burning on the bushes next? So in this year, one of the premises that I had was to be able to own your stuff. Accountability 23. What does that mean, you may ask? What it comes down to is that we have to take ownership of the things that we do in our personal relationships, business partnerships, social relationships. So here's a tip. Before you start hurling daggers and jabs at your significant other, how about you do this? Take an inventory of what you have done in that moment. Then those daggers begin the lesson, because we've all added to that moment. When I'm working with relationships and couples and marriages that are on the brink of divorce, what happens is that those two individuals, and maybe three, were there, but mainly those two. And in that moment, they both added to the dysfunction that they had. Make sense? Hope it does. Take care.